example of not being spiritually minded. Today, I'm going to present you with a 2 or 3 minute clip of how not being spiritually minded could go wrong. And I'm kind of backing off of Elder Apostle Kabar. And the reason why I'm making this video, because every person you see who could quote unquote look like an Edomite or Caucasian or a so-called white person could actually be an Israelite. Nonetheless, though, I want to give all the honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWAH, BaHaShem, YAHAWASHI, BaHaShem, RAWACHAA, QADASH. Double honor to the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Singing honors to the elect. Peace and blessings be to all the sincere men, women, and children that do consist of the 1/3. Shalom. I'm going to open up with 2 precepts. Romans 8, verse 5 through 6. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And to be carnally minded is death, meaning like carrying firearms, or wanting to fight, right? Or robbing and stealing over carnal things, or also just looking at someone and depicting them to be from a certain nation, hence an heathen. They could be an Israelite, but you don't know. So what you're doing could also lead to your death, right? In Romans chapter 12, verse 18, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. And the reason why I brought that out, to be live peaceably with all men, because this man was threatening these, I want to say, novices that was preaching the word with death over his woman. But without further ado, here we go.
Now you got 5 minutes to hear the words of the Lord. You good, bro? 2 minutes, bro. Too good to hear the words of the Lord. You that good, brother?
No, I heard my word.
What word you heard, sis? Come on now. Hey, the Lord said thou shalt not lie, man. Our people love making stuff up, man. Hey, brother. Nice guard. You gotta separate from your enemy, though, brother. You're an Israelite. You gotta separate from your enemies, man. Your enemy is a so-called white woman, brother. She might have accused you of whistling. Hey, she might have accused you of whistling back then, man. Yeah, you gonna kill your brother for the white woman, right?
Yeah, you will.
You gonna kill your brother for the white woman? Hey, brother. Now you holding up traffic.
That's my wife, 21 years. We got 3 kids.
Hey, brother, do you believe in the Bible?
You gonna watch how you talk to
You
me.
believe in the Bible?
And my wife.
Hey, you believe in the Bible?
Right now, I don't care about none of that.
Hey, you know the Lord. You know the Lord said we got enemies, brother.
I don't care about none of that.
You know
Watch
the
how
Lord
you
said
talk to
we
me,
got
bro.
enemies, brother.
Hey, watch how you just
that will be sold to our enemies.
You out here begging for somebody? You
I ain't
got
begging,
it.
brother.
You got it.
Hey, brother.
I swear.
Hey, brother.
If
I
you
ain't
out
begging.
here for the Lord, bro, you
Hey,
inviting
brother.
the devil.
You don't know the Lord, brother.
Bro,
That's why you saying
for the
that.
Lord, you're inviting the devil.
All right, brother.
I promise you that.
All right, brother.
You mess with the right one, boy. You better watch
All
how
right,
you
brother.
talk about my wife.
All right, brother.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
All right,
You
brother.
talk out of white if you want to,
All right, brother.
but that's my wife, bro. And I
Okay,
will get out
brother.
that car
Brother.
and I will do what I gotta do. I don't care how many of y'all out here.
Brother.
I'm gonna let you know.
Brother, we not dealing with that,
Bro,
brother.
I don't give a. We
not
dealing with that, boy. Take
We
it
not
there.
dealing with
I
that,
swear
brother.
I will.
You do, just keep it pushing, brother. It ain't even
Hey,
that
man.
serious, bro.
You don't want me pushing, bro.
You right, brother. I don't, brother. All
Watch
praise to
your
the Most
fucking
High,
mouth,
King.
boy.
You right, brother.
You don't want these
All right,
problems.
brother.
Watch your mouth.
Hey, brothers, get back
It
on the
ain't
line,
no
man.
sense
We
in
good.
everybody laying down out here for nothing.
You
That's
right,
what I'm
King.
trying to tell you, bro.
You right.
It ain't even worth it. Is your life worth talking shit to me while I drive by?
Hey, look, brother. We not out here for that.
Well, that's what I'm on. So I'm just let you know. Watch how you talk to me and my wife, bro. I don't give a fuck who around. I don't care the police, none of that. If you disrespect me and mine, I will die for it. Out here in front of everybody, right goddamn now today. I promise you, nigga. Watch how you talk about me and my wife when I pass by. Don't never in your life talk to me like that. I swear on everything I love. Do what you gotta do.
All right, brother. We don't want to do nothing. We don't want to do nothing.
I will, goddamn. I'm gonna let you know right now.
Brother. Peace out, brother. Enjoy the harbor fest.
Right to the word, man. Bring that out. Go back to that.
Go back to that. Go back to it. Bring it. Brother don't know.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
I don't know. Give me something. Give me
Bring it out,
Brother. You're doing the HALAL fast. It's fast different.
right to the word, man. Bring that out. Go back to that. Go back to that. Go back to it. Bring it. Brother don't know.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
So, as you can see, that man was very defensive towards his woman. I would be too. And another thing too, you can't be carnal like that, because when you look at the old, I think it was Disney, the old Disney sitcom Sister, right? With Tia and Tamara Mowry. Guess what? They look like Israelite women, but their father was an Edomite. Look at Lenny Kravitz. Huh? Now, let me do you one even better. Do you know how Bob Marley's father looked? Oh, you would think he's an Edomite, right? If you saw his father. But look at Bob Marley's spirit. You see? Can't be carnally minded. But nonetheless, listen to this. This is 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. But the Lord saith unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, talking about King David when Samuel was going to the sons of Jesse, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. Listen here. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. And that was heavy, because in St. John 4, it says, God is a spirit, and those that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. So you can't just look at someone at that outer appearance and be like, who the hell are you? Who is this guy? Right? Like John the Baptist, remember? He was wearing camel's hair. He was the one in the wilderness crying. But he was Elijah, a major prophet. Understand? King David was a herdsman, became the king of all of Israel. Remember what the Lord said? The Lord said, know ye not, I have chosen the poor of this world rich in faith. Yet the poor man's wisdom is not heard or despised. But anyhow, listen here. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 1 through 3. And I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, I must add sincere mint to the title, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Mashiach. I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto you were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able. Even now they're not able. And Elder Apostle Gabar said something. People see what the elders do, and they try to mimic it or replicate it. Those men are on a completely different plane. A whole nother type of level of wisdom, yet they make it seem so simple to the righteous. But those men are very humble, and they had to go through a lot of tribulations in order for them to obtain that, because that's what wisdom does. She tries you. You can't just go out there and just talk to people any types of way, because you could get dealt with like that. And luckily that man really constrained himself, because he really wanted to do something. You can't openly just disrespect the man and his woman like that. Even when Esau walked by with his wife and children, hey, you have a nice dog, like your dog. Hey, you guys take care of it. I mean, you don't see when we out there at camp, me and Shaw, so many little Edomite kids, when they walk by, they wave at us. I wave back. Hey, how you doing? They smile. I smile back. Right? Like Paul said, if at all possible, be at peace with all men. Okay? Anyhow, let's get back. 1 Corinthians 3 and 3. For ye are yet carnal, for whereas there is among you envying and strife and divisions, are ye not carnal and walk as men? Remember what the Lord said? The Lord said, he said, he seeth not of men seeth. So you got to look how the Lord see. You got to be spiritual, right? Now, A couple more precepts and I'm going to close out to go to show you that not every Israelite's going to look like John Shah, Michael Jordan, or Seal. Alright? James 1:1. James, a servant of God, Yahawah, in the Lord, YAHAWASHI, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. We've been scattered. Think about it. I always say this. It's so simple. Just go on Google, type in transatlantic slave trade. Once the results come up, click on the images icon and look at all the images. It will show you a map pointing from the west coast of Africa to the 4 corners of the earth, people. So we will look like nations from the 4 corners of the earth, but our spirit is different. Prime example, man, I love b-boying. Y'all call it breakdance. I love b-boying, right? Who the hell you think those people are over there in Japan and Korea and China? They be busting. I mean, listen, there's nowhere in the world you can move at such a rhythm and then you break on the beat. That's what they call it, breakdancing. You hear the break in the song and you do a certain move when the rhythm hits you. You can't make that up. Think about it. It's called biorhythm. It's something that's biological. You can't fake that. Right? I'm thinking about so many right now. Hong Ten, Tatsuki. Yo, man, stop it. We scattered. Now listen. Isaiah 11:11 through 12. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again, the second time, to recover the remnant of his people. Who are his people? Israelites. So let's see where he's going to recover them all from. What shall be left from Assyria, over the Middle East, from Egypt, northeastern of Africa, and from Pathros, and from Cush, that's the southern part of Africa. You got a brother down in Tanzania. Shalom to that brother. Okay? And from Elam, that's East India. There's over 1 billion people in India right now. Come on. Oh yeah, they also call, what they call them, the undesirables. There's a sector over there called the undesirables. Those are really our people because they're under the curses. And from Shinar, which goes back to like where ancient Babylon used to be, if I'm not mistaken. And from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. That's all over. The islands of the sea. Verse 12, but he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the 4 corners of the earth. So we're all not gonna look like so-called black people. I mean, dummy, I don't mean to say that to offend you, but if you are, you sound like, bruh, there are more northern kingdom tribes than Judah. Judah just the head tribe. And man, it's a lot of Issacharites, man, that have the complexion of an Edomite. But man, they got so much Sazon seasoning. So much salt. Come on, man. You can't tell me they're not Israelites, you know? But nonetheless, though, my last precept, but I'm going to close out. This is another prime example to show you that we shall be looking like all nations under heaven. When you read Revelation, the 7th chapter, it speaks about how there's a mixed multitude. But when you read that chapter, it said the Lord said not to hurt the sea or the earth, that he gather his servants, which would be the 12 tribes of Israel. It'll be 12,000 men out of each tribe. 12,000 times 12 is 144,000. Hence, in mathematics and your times table, what number did they stop at? 12. So anyhow, Revelation 7, verse 9 through 10. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number. This is the 1/3 right here. This is the 1/3 of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues. It looked like everybody. And stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Listen to this. And cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our God, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. Who is our God? Who's saying that? Israel. Even the Lord said, I am your God and none else. So, be careful. Weary yourself. of whom you could offend, because you could be offending one of the little ones. Matthew 18:6, and I'm going to close out. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, I did say believe in me, nonetheless, you don't know if she could have been an Israelite or not. It were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, go add or take away, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Remember, every idle word that proceedeth out of man's mouth, they must give account for in that day. So with that being said, I pray you was edified, fed, stay in the spirit, don't fear it, just endure it. Ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, remain diligent, YAHAWAH, both of the ball, Shalom.